Welcome to the fourth race weekend of Rallycross Challenge Europe 2016. In bright sunshine, we're at one of the legendary homes of European Rallycross, Maasmechelen in Belgium. This is the legendary Duivelsbergcircuit, the Devil's Peak, one of the world's most challenging rallycross tracks. The weather forecast, fortunately, is excellent. Rain won't be a problem, but maybe the dust will be. A vast and knowledgeable crowd on hand here. They know their rallycross, they love their rallycross in Maasmechelen, and there's lots of local drivers in the field as well, especially in the super touring classes. With everything from the supercars to the super 1600s, we are set to go racing. It is time for action here in Maasmechelen. With a dozen entries, the Super Touring Cars Minors will have a lot of battles working out who's going through the semis and into the final. This is Christopher Perry with his Mazda RX-8, another entry. Marco Witkowski in the Volkswagen Polo, expected to go very well here, the German. And Ivo van den Brandt in the Mitsubishi Colt, the Belgian, on home terrain here. Marco Witkowski in the Volkswagen Polo also looking very quick in qualifying. He won Heat 3 ahead of Roman Castoral in the Opel Astra. Unfortunately, gearbox problems meant that he couldn't compete in the first heat, so he ended up in 4th position behind the quick locals Joel Strax in the Honda, Jeff Mertens in the Opel Astra, but Roman Castoral coming out on top of the qualifying pile. Mechanical problems means Claudia Smits not going through into the semi-finals. First semi-final has Roman Castoral with Joel Strax and Ivo van den Brandt on the outside of the front row. Great start from van den Brandt. Roman Castoral just squeezing in front. Nick van Alken, Jo van der Ven and Christophe Perry in the Mazda RX-8, the rest of the field. Castoral immediately jumped away, heading to the lead as Ivo van den Brandt battled with Joel Strax in the Honda and Jo van der Ven in the Volkswagen Polo. 4th place finish for him means he also goes through to the final. Jeff Mertens, Marco Witkowski and Robbie Joris in the Opel Corsa are the front row for the second semi, with Raf Verheyen and Annick de Jong behind. Not a great start for de Jong or for Mertens from pole position. Witkowski goes by into the lead, and Witkowski, like Castoral, drives away from the field. Behind him, trouble for Robbie Joris in the Opel Corsa. He comes to a smoking halt, and that means he does not go through to the final. But it looks as though Roman Castoral and Marco Witkowski will be our front runners ahead of a host of Belgians. The crowd would love to see them do well. Roman Castoral on pole. Marco Witkowski in the middle of the front row, not making a good start, so it's Castoral and van den Brandt. Witkowski in 3rd place, the BMW up the inside. It's Raf Verheyen trying for 3rd place, can't get through. Marco Witkowski takes his Joker lap immediately with Joel Strax. Looks like he's on the Joker lap too. So he has taken his nice and early as well. Annick de Jong following them through. Leaders continue. Now will Witkowski, just gets in front of the Opel Astra of Jeff Mertens. Annick de Jong though, there she is in the dust at the back. Roman Castoral leading, easing away from Ivo van den Brandt in the Mitsubishi Colt. But where they take the Joker laps will now play out. Castoral, is he going on this time? No, he does not, nor does Ivo van den Brandt. BMW, no, in fact nobody's going on to the Joker lap, so this is not working too well for Witkowski because he is now stuck in traffic. He could have done with some of the others pulling off in front of him. There's Verheyen in the BMW Compact, right up behind the Volkswagen Polo of Jo van der Ven with the blue on it. There's Ivo van den Brandt in 2nd place, losing ground to Roman Castoral, so he takes his Joker lap now. And so does Jo van der Ven in the Volkswagen Polo. So Ivo van den Brandt is just in front of the BMW of Raf Verheyen, the BMW Compact. And so he doesn't lose a position and still stuck in traffic. Well, this is not working well for Witkowski. Now he goes by the BMW, but that has taken him a lap too long, maybe 2 laps too long. Trouble for the BMW, they're all going by. Joel Strax up the inside as well. Stiefel just squeezes through. Neatly judged by the Honda driver. Jeff Mertens onto his Joker lap in front of him, and so too has the leader Roman Castoral. Quite early for the man in the lead, but he has a big advantage. Jeff Mertens, Joe van der Ven, side by side, the Polo and the Corsa. And battles on in front for second place. Ivo van den Brandt just ahead of Germany's Marco Witkowski in the Volkswagen Polo. Witkowski throwing it around the outside. Right behind them, Joel Strax up the inside, and the Golf driver for third shoves his way through. Rubbins Racing, Strax the Belgian. Take a look again. A little bit of contact. Witkowski trying to close the door, just too late. Well, Strax is in determined move. Witkowski back down to fourth position. And Joel Strax in third and looking to attack Ivo van den Brandt. Here he comes. And Van den Brandt under real pressure in that Mitsubishi Colt. The Honda with a damaged front end. Now he's had two shunts at the front, Joel Strax. Marco Witkowski closing in on him once more. Roman Castoral racing away out front. Checkered flag awaits. Win number 3 in a row this season. Second place, Ivo van den Brandt, and third, Joel Strax. Had a great fight back, said Joel Strax. Had a good start, but into the first turn, everybody got bunched up together. And looking at my car, you can see he got stuck in there. The next 3 laps, I was stuck, couldn't get by anybody. Just got stuck in my position. Guy in front of me should have taken his joke lap earlier, actually. But in the end, it all came together. Very happy. Champagne time for Joel Strax, Ivo van den Brandt, and our race winner, Roman Castoral. Strax with his third consecutive third place finish. Castoral, his third straight win. Fans waiting for the Super Touring Cars Plus to get into action and expecting Steve Folders in the number 77 Ford Escort to fare well. The Belgian goes well everywhere. Surely here on home soil he will be going just as strongly. Lots of home support, but lots of Belgian rivals as well. And uncharacteristic errors counted against Steve Folders. Fastest after qualifying, Bert Bosmans in the elderly Volvo 242. While the Belgian-coloured BMW of David Leysen and the black Volvo of Philip van der Heijden were also ahead of Steve Folders after qualifying heats. Lady driver Stephanie van Lingen 6th in qualifying out of the 14 entries. First semi-final has an all-Volvo front row. Bert Bosmans, Philip van der Heijden, the black car, and Philip Bayless. Bosmans has a good start. Van der Heijden drops in behind. Ludo Hermans in the Ford Escort moves into third place ahead of Philip Bayless. And as Bosmans heads the field, struggling, Jos Sterkens in his Volvo C30 ahead of Ludo Hermans. They just about get themselves into the final. Davy Leysen, Steve Folders and Stephanie van Lingen, the front row of semi-final number 2. Folders makes a good start, but look at the green BMW, Stephanie van Lingen. She also drives around the outside of Davy Leysen. Folders easing away into the lead. Van Lingen and Leysen, the BMWs, battling for second position behind him. No mistakes this time. Now it's getting serious for Steve Folders. He romps away to win the second semi. Guarantees himself a front row start for the final. It'll be 7 men and 1 woman. Stephanie van Lingen also qualifies for the final. So the crowd are ready. Our top 4 qualifiers are on the grid. Bert Bosman, Steve Folders first and second. And waiting for the remaining 4 cars. Ludo Hermans, Stephanie van Lingen, Jos Sterkens and Dave Koenen. They finally join the grid. We are ready to go. Away we go then. And a good start from the pole man, Bert Bosmans. Inside Steve Folders to take the lead. Philip van der Heijden drifts out wide around the outside. Folders gets tapped sideways and again. Ludo Hermans, much more modern Escort in third place, making contact there, and somebody's gone on the Joker lap. It was Jos Sterkens in this Volvo C30. There's Philip van der Heijden's black Volvo. But out front, Bert Bosmans, little gap to Steve Folders, Ludo Herman, Philip van der Heijden, Stephanie van Lingen, damaged her car a little bit earlier, Jos Sterkens at the back. And Folders having to push very hard here. Bert Bosmans certainly has the speed. And he is stretching the field out. There's Bosmans, Folders giving chase. Will Folders go early for the Joker lap? Not this time round. Opting to pile the pressure on the leader instead. Ludo Hermans, Philip van der Heijden, third and fourth. There's Stephanie van Lingen. Dave Layson drops in behind her in front of Jos Sterkens, and Deb Koinen also doing the Joker lap. But now, look, there's nothing between the leaders. Volvo versus Ford Escort. The Escort in third place being dropped very slowly. That's Ludo Hermans. Lots of dust now on this Duivelsbergcircuit. Philip van der Heijden also dropping away in fourth place. Looks like Hermans is starting to smoke in third, and Folders is really on fire, pushing. He is just piling the pressure on the leader, Philip van der Heijden, on the Joker lap, so he's dropped away. Through goes Stephanie van Lingen, and Davy Layson's there as well. He goes through too. That didn't work well for Philip van der Heijden. They've already taken their Joker laps, and he's come out behind them. Looks as though Steve Folders is struggling now to hang on to Bart Bosmans. Bosmans seems to be able to pull away in a straight line, and Folders now onto his Joker lap. And joining him, Ludo Hermans. Folders comes back on behind the leader, but Hermans is stuck behind Philip van der Heijden. Battle for third place. Stephanie van Lingen in the green and black BMW has yet to do the Joker lap. And she is being pushed hard by Davy Layson. Right behind is Philip van der Heijden. So which of the BMWs is going to come out on top, or will van der Heijden get the jump on both of them? Here is our race leader, Bert Bosmans. On to the Joker lap now. Yes, he is. And Folders is very close. This could decide it. He's got to get a good exit. Folders is just in front of a huge slide by Bert Bosmans. Cost him the lead. Steve Folders leads. 1 to go at the line this time round. Steve Folders leads from Bert Bosmans. Stephanie van Lingen needs to take a Joker lap now. In she goes. She gives away third. She gives away fourth. She comes back out in fifth position. And out front, the checkered flag awaits. Steve Folders claims victory. Bert Bosmans in second.
Oh, it went good.
All went well, said Bert Bosmans. Didn't make such a good choice with the tyres though. I did the semi and then the final on the same set of tyres, and I think that was too much for them. They got too hot in the end. I just couldn't get the car into the positions I wanted, and that was that. Third victory in a row for Steve Folders. Next they move on to Valkenswaard for round 5. Super 1600 for 1.6 litre front wheel drive hot hatches is the training ground for Rallycross Europe. Plenty of grids, plenty of close action from the young stars of the future. So let's take a look at some qualifying action. 33 there, young driver from the Czech Republic in the middle of the front row, the Skoda Fabia. Pavel Wimmer makes a great start. 17-year-old Finn Jesse Kallio followed him away from the start. Václav Verwerke also in the mix, but it was Kallio that won it from Wimmer. Dennis Riemens in third. Another heat, this time Pascal Rumens from Belgium in the Ford Fiesta, battling with Marcel Succi in the Peugeot 206 and the C2 of Willem Veltman from the Netherlands. Problems for Marcel Succi in this heat. He would make it through to the finals. And the fastest 8 qualifiers going through into the Super 1600 final. Left-hand side of the picture then is our pulse at Jesse Kallio, but the fast start comes from Václav Verwerke, the Peugeot 208 driver in the middle of the shot. Black car lunges into the lead ahead of Pavel Wimmer from the Czech Republic in the Skoda Fabia. On the inside, Kallio fighting back to second place through the first corner on board. There's the race leader. Bump for Jesse Kallio, and that nudges him down onto the Joker lap. Václav Verwerke leads, Pavel Wimmer second, Josef Suster third, Kallio coming back on. So too is Willem Veltman. Verwerke extending his lead, very dusty here. And that means visibility is low, especially here over the Devil's Peak. And behind Verwerke, battle for second place is shaping up. Pavel Wimmer holding off Josef Suster, 2 Czech Republic drivers in their Skoda Fabias. Dennis Riemens, the red Ford Fiesta next up, then Marcel Succi and Jesse Kallio in 6th position. Battle for second raging on, but the leader continues to try and ease away. Nobody else going on their Joker lap yet. On board with Jesse Kallio, stuck in traffic. Marcel Succi in the white Peugeot 206 in front of him, and he's feeling the pressure as well, Kallio, because he's been caught by Pascal Romans. Here's the battle for third place. Josef Suster drops away, being caught by Dennis Riemens. There is Kallio in the orange and black. Oh, having a little look down the inside of Marcel Succi's car. There's contact. Can he get through? No, hasn't got the traction. Succi keeps the power on. Looks like Kallio's lost a bumper. And they are three together now. Pascal Romans right there. Kallio looking down the inside again. Needs to try and use the speed he showed in qualifying. He goes through. And Pascal Romans goes through as well. Václav Veverka holding off Pavel Wimmer. And yes, to Kallio, as Pascal Romans comes in front of him off the Joker lap. That's not going well for Kallio the Finn. Veverka stays out front. Pavel Wimmer not able to challenge yet, but how will it go on the Joker lap? Leaders still have to do theirs. Veverka staying out front, but more and more pressure now from Wimmer. Veverka onto the Joker lap. So too from third, Josef Suster, and that means that Pavel Wimmer is leading in the Skoda Fabia, number 33, pushing hard to try and escape now as the dust gets thicker. He did seem to be piling more pressure on Veverka. This is a great chance for him. Veverka in second, Suster in third as the battles rage on behind Dominic Succi and Willem Veltman. And Wimmer, can he escape now? Onto his Joker lap. Will it be enough? Will he come back in second? No, he's going to be third, isn't he? Around the outside of Suster. Suster will hold the line, cut him off. And so that did not work at all there for Pavel Wimmer. He ends up down in third, while poleman Jesse Kallio is stuck in fifth. It is victory then for Václav Veverka.
Final was great. I had a very good start, and then I was leading all the final. I took the Joker up 2 laps before the finish. I think it was great because, you know, our strategy was awesome. I'm so happy.
Well taken win for Václav Veverka as he leads an all Czech Republic 1-2-3. It's time for the supercars, the 600 horsepower monsters of Rallycross Challenge Europe. Jochen Cox, Mandy August and Mark Flaherty in this heat. Cox, a Belgian driver in the Volkswagen Polo with the inside. Flaherty pushing up behind the Audi of Mandy August. Jochen Cox and the Volkswagen Polo benefiting though from his knowledge of this Maasmechelen track, setting the fastest time in 3 out of his 4 qualifying heats. And here are our other 3 competitors. Mark Tikabar in the Ford Fiesta, Susu the Hungarian in the Ford Focus, and another local in his Subaru Impreza, Johnny Verkeuringen, the yellow machine, in second place. Susu, as ever, entertaining the crowd in the Focus. Mark Tikabar, after a good weekend in Lithuania, struggling here at Maasmechelen, while Johnny Verkeuringen qualifies strongly right behind Jochen Cox. Grid for the final with Jochen Cox and Johnny Verkeuringen first and second. Mandy August joining them on the outside of the front row of the grid. Good launch from the front row men. Everybody gets away very neatly into the first corner. Cox with Verkeuringen, Mandy August all the way around the outside. Contact with the Subaru. Inside her is Susu in the Ford Focus. And a little bump there as well. He takes the Joker lap. Mandy August with Mark Tikabar on the inside. And has he hung on to that? No, he hasn't. She goes straight back inside him. Too much speed for Tikabar. Mark Flaherty makes contact with the other Ford and around goes Tikabar. Flaherty is through to 4th. Tikabar facing backwards. Susu off the Joker lap in 5th. Mark Tikabar at the back of the pack. And that is good news for our leaders. Jochen Cox and Johnny Verkeuringen, the 2 Belgians battling it out between themselves. The rest are a long way back. Cox in the Polo, Verkeuringen in the Subaru Impreza on board with Flaherty, chasing Mandy August for 3rd. She drifts out wide. Through goes the Ford Focus, change for 3rd place. Susu right behind, very flamboyant as ever, the Hungarian. On board with Mandy August. Narrow strip of tarmac here at Maasmechelen as they come over the brow of the hill. And this is allowing the leaders just to run away at the front, but they are not full season Rallycross Challenge Europe competitors. So this is more about these 3 Mandy August ahead of Shushu, chasing Mark Flaherty. No change in the leaders. Shushu still trying to find a way past the Audi driver. Jochen Cox still with the advantage. Neither has gone onto the Joker lap. Cox does now, and so too does Verkeuringen. Well, doing the same as the leader is not going to give him any advantage. Mandy August now onto her Joker lap, out of 4th position. And that leaves Mark Flaherty in 3rd, Shushu in 4th now, ahead of August. So the leaders have taken their Joker lap, still out front. Flaherty, Shushu, and then Mandy August. But Mark Flaherty still needs to take his Joker lap. Here we go. Penultimate lap for him. Shushu did his on the 1st lap. Don't forget, Flaherty comes out, and there's contact as he shuts the door. August in the wall. Looks like it's dislodged the front of the car. It has. The whole front bumper has gone. Well, the car should still be drivable, but now the bonnet has flapped up. She's having to look underneath the bonnet through the windscreen. That can't be good. Last lap for Jochen Cox. Any mistake here will be seized upon by his rival Johnny Verkeuringen. Mandy August shedding bits of car all over the place. Not the oily bits that make it drive, but all the bodywork. Well, the leaders won't be troubled by that, I don't think. Jochen Cox heads to the line. Verkeuringen 2nd, Shushu in 3rd place. Mark Flaherty in 4th. The checkered flag awaits Jochen Cox and Johnny Verkeuringen. A Belgian 1-2 with Shushu in 3rd.
Happy with this result, because on the heats I have many wrong on the car, something broken and some contact with other drivers, and I got a really bad start position to the final, but yeah, I think I drive on the maximum in the final.
Taking the Joker lap early certainly helped him chase the Belgians as they finished 1-2. Mandy August having a disappointing 5th place finish, not good for the points. A fantastic weekend of action here in Maasmechelen. It never fails to produce the goods, and lots of success for the Belgian drivers as well. Rallycross is all but a national sport here in Belgium. But there is no time to party. Next weekend's Dutch races are just a few days away. In Super Touring Cars Minors, Czech driver Roman Castoral has extended his lead over his Belgian rivals. Joel Strax perennially in 3rd. Steve Alders, the first man to top the 100 points. Stephanie van Lingen has moved up to 4th. Josef Suster maintains his Super 1600 lead, but Marcel Succi and Václav Verwerka are closing. And Shushu also closing on leader Mandy August in the supercars as Mark Flaherty goes back up to 3rd. All of our front runners will be looking for a big weekend next time out in the Netherlands. If you've enjoyed this programme, catch more on our YouTube page or follow us on Facebook. Until next week and round 5 at the Euro Circuit Valkensvaart, it's goodbye from Belgium.